Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please, if you like these videos, subscribe, like, and hit the bell for notifications for the new updates that are coming out. Today we're going to talk about the next steps you need to do to get your MC. This video is going to be a little long because we're going to go through a few things so that you understand more about what we're doing. Now, I talked about the sacrifices you have to make to do this job. The money it takes to get into this business. We went through the first few steps to get your LLC set up and so forth. Well, now your next step is to get organized. For lack of better words, as soon as you start this process, shit's going to get real and it's going to come out you fast. I liken this to trying to take a sip of water out of a fire hydrant. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is all new applicants for an MC must use the Unified Registration System. The URS Phase 1 impacts new registered applicants only. Once you get there, it'll say, it'll give you an introduction. It's going to say the URS online application process, how to navigate URS online application. Here are a few things to assist you in completing your application successfully. 1. Each application is assigned an applicant ID. The applicant will have the capacity of creating a password to associate with the applicant ID. The applicant ID and password is temporary and is only used for the purposes of completing this application. A response is required for all questions that are asked. Once a response has been selected, click Next Question to proceed to the next question. If you would like to review or change a response to a question, click Previous to view the previous question. If you are unsure of the meaning of a question response, place your mouse on the response to see a definition. To view the definition of a key term, please hover your cursor over the word. At the end of each section, you will be presented with a summary containing a list of the questions you were asked along with your response. If you would like to modify a response, okay. Required information. Here are a few things and documents you will need to have available in order to complete your application. Your legal business name, your employer identification number, EIN or social security number, your Dun & Bradstreet number if available, company officers and titles, financial responsibility notice. For those applicants that are required to file financial responsibility, please ensure that evidence of financial responsibility is electronically filed with the FMCSA. That is basically saying that you have enough cash to be self-insured, period. All right, designation of a processing agent. This is your Balk 3, okay? For those applicants that are required to file a designation of processing agent under Subtitle B, Title 49 Code of the Federal Regulations, please ensure that it is electronically filed with FMCSA. Okay, your bulk agent will do that. Your Balk 3 agent, they will take care of that. Please note that evidence of filing process agent designation is required before the FMCSA will grant an operating authority. So you got to do that before. Once you file for your authority, you're going to have about 3 weeks. You want to go ahead and get that processing agent dealt with. Issuance of active US DOT number. Applicants may not engage in operations without registration and active US DOT number. A US DOT number becomes effective only after the registration has been granted by the FMCSA. Registration will not be granted without the financial responsibility and process agent filings when required. You're going to have the process agent, okay? The financial responsibility you probably don't have to deal with. Just have your insurance, in place. Let's see. The insurance company will file. And the bulk agent will file. You have nothing in that. Once your insurance is placed, they'll file against your US DOT, and once your bulk agent is in place, he'll file. So, certifications and oaths, signature notice. The applicant certifies an oath contained in this registration system must be signed by the authorized official. That could be either you or your attorney or whoever you authorize to do this. The system will only accept signatures from the following: sole proprietorship, the owner; partnership, one partner; corporation, an authorized corporate official; an individual with power of attorney to act on behalf of the applicant. Application security. The FMCSA would like for you to create an account for accessing the application. The account will allow you to return to complete your application if you are not able to complete it in one single sitting. An applicant ID has been assigned to you. Please specify a password and security questions. So you'll go through that process. You'll follow the directions, and if you find you're not sure of a piece of information, stop, get the right information, and come back to the application. Keep your application ID and password and any other pertinent information so that if you don't finish, you can come back to it. All right, guys. Once you finish the application and you hit the submit button, you can fully expect that your phone is going to explode. My phone liked to ring off the hook for 2-3 days. Look, you're going to get a ton of calls and a ton of offers. Beware, 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 beware. Look, take nothing in the beginning. Just stop, because you are going to get overwhelmed. Look, nobody can expedite this. Nobody can make it faster than what the FMCSA is going to do it. You're going to get people out there that are just plain scammers. You're going to get people that's just trying to get your information. So just stop and wait. You got 21 days approximately to get your authority. Let things chill out for a couple days, and then, by then we'll have other videos up and tell you what you're going to need and what you don't need. Don't go for one of those, hey, we can expedite. They can't expedite anything. They're just scammers. Okay, now, the next thing we're going to talk about real quick is, now that we're in this 21-day period, we're going to get some of the stuff done, and hopefully it'll be finished up and done by the time your authority is ready to go into effect. The first thing is getting a bulk 3 agent. Look, let's simplify this. A bulk 3 agent is basically no more than a person of contact that authorities can contact if you're being served any kind of legal documentation. If you're out on the road, I guess in the past they had a lot of problems trying to serve people, and they come up with this deal. So I think it's $20 a year, $40 a year, $60 sign-on, something like that. But all it is, it's just a way for the authorities to be able to reach out, get those people papers, and get them to you. That's it. Don't let it be any more than that. Balk 3 filing agent is a designation of agent for service of process. Is a federal filing in the United States that assigns a process agent to accept legal documents on behalf of a transportation or logistics company in each state in which the company is authorized to do business. Only a process agent on behalf of the applicant or carrier can file Form BOC-3, Designation of Process Agent, with the FC, I don't know why this has to be so long, with the FMCSA. A broker or freight forwarder applicant without CMVs can file Form BOC 3 on their own. Only one completed form may be on file. It must include all states for which agencies' designations are required. One copy must be retained by the carrier or broker at his principal place of business. All right, let's talk about, you've obviously went out like I suggested in the last video, and you got your insurance quote. And again, that insurance quote should be $1 million in liability and $100,000 in cargo. When do you put this insurance into effect? First, you have to know that the insurance has to be in effect before you'll get your authority or your MC. However, it's going to take 21 days. Now, you can wait a couple weeks before you put it into effect. And once you put it into effect, then your insurance carrier will add that to your page on the FMCSA. So you don't really have to do anything, pay the down payment and tell them, you know, they need to file that. So, you know, if I had it to do over, I would wait a couple weeks before I put it into effect. The next thing we need to go ahead and get started during this 21-day period is we need to go ahead and get started with the TWIC card, and that's Transportation Worker Identification Credential. This takes a few weeks in and of itself, and it's really going to help you along the way, get in and out of certain restricted areas across the country. Any kind of chemical company, any kind of port, anything you do that's got restricted access, you're going to need a card. Go ahead, start the process. I put a link down below for your TWIC card. I think it's $125 for a new TWIC card. So go ahead and get started with that. One note on the TWIC card, if your veterans card and your DOD account are connected, your VA card will work temporarily as not really as a TWIC, but just to get you on base or get you on in a restricted area. So you can try that. So, you know, that's a lot to do. And once you hit the submit button, stand by, because it's going to get fast and furious. And like I said, let things cool down before you go giving out personal information or you know, signing up to do things. We'll talk about factoring, fuel cards, and a lot of other things in the next video or in a couple videos down the way, because you still got a good ways to go. So this video is going to get you started there. I'll do another video on the next steps, because we're not done, but within this 2-week period we got a lot to do. So, you know, good luck. Reach out, ask questions. When you run into a problem, post them on the Facebook, and let people know there's a hang up. If you run into a scam, let people know there's a scam. You know, we're all in this thing together, so we all have to look after each other. Again, like, subscribe, hit the bell. We'll talk to you next time. I am leaving in the morning for a run to Colorado, so I'll see you out there on the road. Good luck. Take care. If you need me, reach out.